Alright then gang, so now we have a few different themed components made which we can use as we flesh out the rest of the application, and it just means that now for as long as we're using the themed components we don't need to worry about conditionally styling things within the pages anymore based on the user's colour scheme setting, because all that heavy lifting gets done within those themed components. So then now I want to start fleshing out the rest of this application, starting with a couple more pages, the login page and the sign up page, because eventually we'll be adding authentication to the app. Now, typically when you're making an application and it starts to get bigger with more pages and more features, it makes sense to keep all those pages organized by grouping related content together. And when it comes to pages, we can do that using something called route groups, which is basically just a way to group certain routes and pages together in their own folder. For example, I could make a folder in this app directory called auth. And then inside that folder, I could make a file for the login page and another file for the register page. And this would be completely fine to do. But then by putting those page files inside the auth folder, we're adding that folder name to the route path. So for example, the route for a login page inside this folder would be /auth/login. Now, a lot of the time, we might not want that folder name being added to the path. We just want the folder there to group a certain section of the application together. And if that's the case, what we can do is just add parentheses around the folder name itself, which then forms a route group. And when we do this, the folder name itself isn't included in the route path. So for example, if I now make a new file called login.jsx inside here, then the route for this page would just be /login, not /auth/login, because we use those parentheses to say, yeah, these routes should be grouped together, but not to include the folder name itself. Likewise, if I also make another file called register.jsx, then the path for that page would just be /register and not /auth/register. So why, if we don't even want the folder name in the path, would we even bother making a route group like this? Well, there's a few reasons. One reason is just to keep the project organized so that the pages that belong together for a certain section of the application are all in one place. And another reason is because when we have route groups like this, we can also make nested layout files which apply to only pages in that group. Now, we'll look at nested layouts later on, but first of all, I just want to very quickly flesh these two pages out and test them. Alright then, so inside this login component, first of all, this login page, I'm going to flesh this out by typing RNEFS and then hitting tab just to boilerplate this out. And then I also want to get rid of the text and view because we'll be using the themed components instead, which I'm going to import by just doing a little comment and saying themed components. I'm going to paste these in down here. Plus we've got this link which comes from Expo router, so let's put that back up here. And we're good to go. All right, so what do we want to do inside this login page? Well, we want to get rid of these first of all, and instead we're going to return a themed view. So let's click on that. And then we're also going to apply some styles to this. So let me say style is equal to styles.container. Now we've not added the styles down here yet, but we will do shortly. But inside this view, I first of all want the title for the page. Now I'm going to do a spacer to begin with, just to give this some breathing room. And then below the spacer, I'm going to do the themed text component. And the text is going to be login to your account. All right. Now, I also want to set this to be a title. So we'll use that title prop that we allowed for this theme text, and we'll set that to be true. And then also I want to apply maybe some different font weight or something like that. So I will give this a style, and that's going to be styles.title. And again, we'll apply those in a minute down here in the style sheet. All right, so next up, I want to do maybe a link to the register page. So we're going to have a form eventually. We're not going to do that in this lesson, but between the login and register pages, we need to have a link to kind of get between them. So if you're on the login page, you might see a link that says register instead. If you're on the register page, it might see login instead if you've already got an account. So let's do that. I'm first of all going to add a spacer, and this is going to have a height. My word, I cannot type. Spacer. And it will have a height prop, and that is going to be equal to 100. So it gives it a lot of room below whatever is above it eventually. And then below that, then we need a link, which we already imported. And the link is going to go to the register page. So href is equal to /register, like so. So that's this page. Now inside the link, I want another themed text. So I will say themed text. And then inside that, we will say register instead. All right, I also want to apply some styles to this. So let's say style. And I think there's only one thing I want to do. So I'll do it in line. And that is to align the text. So text align. And it's going to be in the center. Okay. So now let's add these styles down at the bottom. And I'm just going to copy these from my course files and paste them in. They're very simple. So the container just applies a flex of 1, justifies the content to the middle, and the title, text align center, gives it a bigger font size and a bit of a margin bottom. All right, so let us now save this, and we need a way to get to this screen. So let's go to the home page over here, the index one. And I think what I'm going to do is, instead of having links to about and contact, I'm going to have links to login, and we'll say login page right here, and then register. So register page, change this to register. And in fact, you know what? We don't even need the about and contact pages anymore. They were purely there for demonstration purposes to show you how we can make up different pages and how Expo creates routes for those pages, etc. So let's actually just delete them like so. All right. So now if I save this on the home page, we should see those two new links in a moment. We don't see those. For some reason, it's not updating, so I'm just going to reload over here and hope this works. Yep, there they are. Okay, so now I can go to the login page, and we can see the login page is right there. And I can go to the register page, and, well, that's not working. And that's because we've not actually fleshed this register page out. So let us now, instead of writing all this out from scratch, copy all that, paste it in over here. And let's just change a few things. So this should be a register for an account, maybe something like that. So register for an account. And then right here, we'll say login instead. That should go to the login page. And this should be called register. And I like to do mine uppercase where possible. So register, and then down here, register where we export it. And I think that's it. Let me just go to the login page, and I'm going to change this to have a capital as well. Also down here where we export it. All right, so now let's go to the login page, then the register page, and the login page again, register. Yeah, that's all working. Awesome. All right, so this is all working, right? We can navigate to these different pages, which is cool. But notice this in the top. We have these headers, so auth inside parentheses, because that's the folder name, and then the actual name of the file itself, register or login if we hit the back button. And we don't really want those up here. We want to remove those. Now remember, in the layout, I said we could have a header shown property, which is going to be false. And in fact, let's get rid of these about and contact ones right here. But what I'm going to do is actually create another layout inside the auth file. So inside here, we'll say underscore layout.jsx. Now, inside here, we can apply options to these particular routes as well. Now, what I'm going to do is just copy this layout from my course files and paste it in. It's very simple. And it's much like the one from the root layout. So we have the fragment, first of all. It's called auth layout. Inside that, we return a fragment that wraps the status bar and sets it to auto. That's exactly the same as we did over here for these things at the top. And then we have this one stack right here, this one stack component. We don't have individual screens for the login and register because we don't really need to set options on them individually. We just want some options, screen options, applied to the whole thing, right? So when we do it on the stack itself, not the individual screens, these options apply to every individual page for that layout. So these two automatically, okay? So we're saying header shown and also animation none. And that just means when we flip between the pages, they're not going to slide. They just kind of flick, and I prefer that. So let me save this now. And if we go to the login page, notice now, it no longer says auth/login, it just says auth. If we go to register, we don't get that slide, but again, it just says auth at the top now, not auth/register. All right, so that's good, but we ideally want to remove that auth part as well. So why is it not getting rid of that? Well, when we have a nested layout like this, it applies these properties, these options, to the pages themselves, the screens. Now, because this auth folder is directly inside the root app folder, this layout component is treating this folder as kind of like a screen in itself, or a path to a screen. So we have to register this thing, this folder right here, and apply options to it individually if we want to hide that part from the header up here. So let's do that. I'm going to do that at the top, and I will say stack.screen, and then I will apply options to this. Oh, and in fact, we need a name as well. So let's do that first of all. Now, the name must match the folder name. So that's going to be in parentheses auth, like so. And then the options is going to be an object where we can say header shown is going to be false. All right, and then let's close this off. And if we save this now, hopefully, yeah, it's completely gone now. So now we've removed the header right here and also right here. So in both places. Now, I want to show you what happens if we remove this. If I take that out and save it, then it's going to come back and it just says login, right? So we just get the actual page name. And if I go to the register page, it's just going to say register. So the auth's gone because we specified that right here, but the file names remain, the pages themselves. So by adding header shown right here and setting that to be false, we remove the names of the pages as well. So now the header bar is completely gone, and that's fine because we can just switch between the pages using these links, which is what I want. So then, my friends, now we've got a route group and a nested layout for that group, which is applied only to all the pages within the group. And this is a really powerful way to structure your application, as we'll see later on when we make more groups which use different layouts and different routing mechanisms. Now, in the next lesson, I want to talk about how we can react to press events using the pressable components.